The winner of the Multnomah County District Attorney's race, Mike Schmidt, on the phone with us now. Sir, thank you so much. Congratulations. We appreciate you spending some time and talking to our viewers. What's the reaction tonight?
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Well, feeling very grateful, a little overwhelmed at the massive outshowing and outpouring. So feeling great.
So, Mike, it says right here in my notes it was supposed to be a tight race, but the numbers don't look so tight to me. Tell me about how the evening went. Are you surprised with the number of votes that separated you and Ethan Knight?
You know, I'm not really surprised. You never know how these things are going to go, for sure. So, you don't know. But, just from the outpouring of support from all kinds of, community organizations, labor organizations, people, attorneys. I mean, a huge coalition that this campaign built of people who wanted to see major reform in the criminal justice system. So, it's gratifying. You never really know until the votes are counted, but in some ways I'm really not that surprised.
So you ran on reform, and that's what people voted for. They voted for this reform and the reform you would bring. Talk to us about the challenges now, because of course reform needs change, and to make changes can be difficult.
There's no doubt about that. Change is always challenging. But I think no matter who would win this race, we were both facing, the need to make change. In this new COVID-19 environment, resources we know are going to be stressed to the max. We're going to be asked to do even more with less. And this district attorney's office is already thinly staffed. So in that challenge, of course, will come opportunity. And, I think that there is going to be a real conversation that we can have about what kind of reforms can we do to, first of all, make sure that public safety is first and foremost, that's what we are there to do. But then how can we accomplish that in a changing environment, in a reform environment, and looking at some of the biggest issues facing our criminal justice system.
Now that the pressure of the election is off, I've just been dying to talk to candidates, to people about what it has been like to run during all of this. I'm sure you made the decision to run for district attorney well before we had ever heard of coronavirus. But here we are, and a majority of this campaign that you ran was behind a mask. So how did you get your word out? How were you able to spread your message? And what do you think worked, and what do you think didn't work during this lesson that we all are learning right now?
Yeah, it completely changed the game. I've been essentially campaigning and working on running for this office for well over a year at this point. And so it did completely change everything for us. I think things that worked, we have had a lot of Zoom meetings, but I think where I got the best reception was when I could have one-on-one conversations with other people. Like, for example, I had a one-on-one conversation over Zoom with Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, and then people could watch that and ask us questions and participate. So I think that worked. I think what didn't work was trying to move the traditional fundraising model of, doing a house party, going to someone's house, and you put out the crackers and you talk to folks in person. You get to make that in-person connection. That did not work so well, moving to a Zoom setting where you didn't really get to shake hands and people get to really get a feel for you. It definitely, the fundraising environment was extremely challenging. So some things worked really well, and we wouldn't have done that in this pre-environment. But then some things we're going to have to keep, other candidates are going to have to keep figuring out.
Well, you found a way to resonate, and your message to resonate with a lot of voters. Mike Schmidt winning the race for Multnomah County District Attorney with 76% of the vote tonight. Again, congratulations, and thank you for spending some time with us, Mike.
Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it.